Hello and thanks for watching another episode of ARFCOM News, your source for the finest 2A propaganda brought to you by TNVC.com. Today I want to do a little rumor control, tell you about the man who unseated an establishment politicritter because he couldn't get a CCW permit, find out what in the ever-lovin' Eternia is going on here, and tell you how PSA will save us from President Poopy Pants. Let's get this party started with a little rumor control. HR 5376, aka Build Back Better Act, is an enormous 2,468-page beast which has been the subject of a great deal of commotion in the gun rights world over the last couple of weeks. Some folks are claiming it contains $5 billion worth of funding for gun control, but that's just not quite true. The funding in question is for CVI, or the Community Violence Initiative, which does sound like gun control, but it's actually a collection of projects inspired by Operation Ceasefire, which itself is a project which combined empirical data with focused policing and resulted in profoundly reduced gang violence in Boston without any additional gun control. Now, you could speculate about all the tangential ways funding could be used to promote gun control, and there is certainly no shortage of valid reasons to support or oppose HR 5376 that don't have anything to do with gun control, so don't get it twisted. I'm not advocating for it either, but I am saying there are far too many other actual gun rights related issues at stake for us to get wrapped around the axle about this bill. If you like seeing stuff more than not seeing stuff, take a look at our sponsor TNVC.com, your source for quality night vision gear to make you the bump in the night. It is normal, even expected, for midterm elections to swing in the other direction from the last election. What's not expected is for a powerful senior establishment politician to be defeated by a newcomer with no experience in politics whatsoever. Okay, well, I mean, it does happen, but it's certainly not common. That's exactly what happened in New Jersey, though, when the New Jersey Senate President, Stephen Sweeney, lost to a previously unknown truck driver named Edward Durr. The best part? The reason he decided to run for Senate is that he was denied a concealed carry permit. Durr said, "I was flat out told by the local sheriff, don't even bother." And that kind of angered me. I've never been arrested and I couldn't get a concealed carry? Some people might write their politicritters when they run up against the authoritarian state, but this Chad decided to take that man's job. And for that, I salute you. Predictably, elitists like John Oliver ridiculed the man for admitting his inexperience.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you get to the Capitol in Trenton?
I really don't know. That's the key factor. I don't know what I don't know, so I will learn what I need to know.
Come on, Ed Durr.
But that sort of attitude is exactly why the establishment is losing control. No matter where you stand on political issues, I think it's fair to say many of us are fed up with the yacht club folks on both sides of the aisle working only in their own selfish interests. The fact that Durr is willing to admit he has a lot to learn and doesn't have unrealistic expectations is a good thing, not something to ridicule, even if Oliver would make licking door handles his priority if elected.
I'm going to lick every door handle.
Maybe that's why Oliver hasn't won any elections himself. The internet is chock full of weird and fascinating things like this low point posted by Femboy Firearms. It's a 3D printed frame for a Hi-Point Model C, which predates the Model C9. I just want you to appreciate how beautifully pointless and obscurely niche this really is. We're talking about a 3D printed frame for a gun which is out of production and for which there is virtually no aftermarket support. You can't even buy OEM or third-party slides for current production Hi-Point models. Like when somebody makes a 3D printer file for a Glock or a 1911 frame, that means the end user can buy all the parts and print the file and do some hand finishing, then build a gun. But the only possible use for this file is to replace the frame on your existing gun. The one made by Hi-Point. You know, the one so thick and sturdy you could probably beat a mastodon to death with it? Yes, the one with a lifetime No questions asked warranty. There is absolutely no point to doing that at all except to be as based as a human being could possibly be, which is exactly why I love it. And yeah, looks like it works just fine. Industry news. President Poopy Pants got you down with his Russian ammo ban? Well, there's a glimmer of hope from Palmetto State Armory because they're working to start production of steel case ammo in commie calibers like 7.62x39, 7.62x54R, and 5.45. The project was already in flight before Uncle Naughty Hands made his announcement banning future imports of Russian ammo. But the timing is fortunate for both PSA and for fans of Russian guns. It also fits nicely with the philosophy of their company. So you see your business as more than just selling guns, but as activism.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we exist for common use, not for profit.
Of course, they still have to build the factory and set up the machines, but PSA hopes they can be cranking out ammo by 2023. For what it's worth, I'm hoping they take everything they learn from getting set up so they can produce an affordable steel case 300 blackout load with a 110 grain soft point. That is, if 300 blackout is still a thing by then. Well, friends, that's all I have for you today, but before I go, I just want to take the time to remind you to check and see whether you are still subscribed to our channel. Our robot overlords in the tube of views know what we want better than we could possibly know for ourselves, so they just go ahead and unsubscribe viewers from any channels they think are expressing wrongthink, like yours truly. You folks out there in TV land know censorship makes puppies cry, and Captain America is very disappointed, so don't forget to check every now and then just to be sure you're still subscribed to us. While you're at it, make sure you ring that notification bell so you never miss a word of our gun rights propaganda. And if you want to get email alerts for the best deals, the projects we're working on, and the hottest stuff you missed on the ARFCOM forums, you'll also find a Linktree link down there in the doobly-doo for our newsletter. And remember, if you want to help us keep bringing you banger content like this, please support the folks who support us. Not only does TNVC.com give you night vision with that cool, refreshing, never bitter taste that goes down smooth, they also have mounts, lights, swag, training, and all sorts of gear to make you the bump in the night. I love you.